Alrighty, let's begin. We'll start some yoga. Just make your way up to the top of your mat and begin our practice here. And once you've found the standing position, just take root. Feel the ground beneath you. And once you feel the foundation of the ground, also now find the foundation of breath. So take a few deep breaths just to get reacquainted with your breathing, a good sense of the feeling, maybe even the sound of your breath. And just let the breath bring you here. And for these first few moments of our practice, just to settle your mind, settle your body, just fully arrive here. Just slow, steady breaths. Again, noticing the feeling of the breath as it moves through you, how your body is responding to breath, the rise and fall of your chest, your belly, your shoulders. If it feels good to you at this moment, feel free to add some movement as you're breathing. Just start checking in with how you're feeling, what your body might be needing from your moving practice today. Also assessing how you may need to move today. If you need to move slowly, a little bit more gently. If you need to take more rests or modify poses, just know that this is your practice and that's how you can move throughout your practice. Just continue with your deep, slow breathing, the feeling, the sound, the settling of breath. We'll add another sensation. When you're ready, just inhale and just feel the breath rising upward, filling up your lungs. So a deep breath in, that's it. Then your exhale, let's connect to center. Just draw your belly button in towards your spine, creating the abdominal lock, the light contraction of your abdominal muscles. Maybe again, breathing in, feel the breath rising, filling you up. Also feel the lengthening of spine, grow tall. Then exhale, draw belly in. This connection to center. And these are just simple ways to stay in tune and connected with self as you move through your practice. Moving mindfully, moving intentionally. Let's take 3 more breaths here as we now prepare our bodies to move. Good, and when you're ready, inhale, extend your arms overhead. Lengthen, reach, stretch. Then exhale, fold forward, so a good hinge from your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Just slowly float your way down towards your toes, maybe touching your toes or hands touching your shins. Inhale, slide your hands up the legs a little bit. Only rise up halfway to form a long tabletop. And exhale, sliding back down towards toes. Just holding here, forward fold. And again, you may touch the toes or your ground or the ground, or if that feels too low at this moment, feel free to modify the posture. Maybe just walk your hands up to your shins or your knees. Just be in a place that just feels good to you. You don't feel like you're forcing the body, not straining, but it feels relatively easy. So ease into your practice. Take your time. Good. Feel free to add movement here. It might be some circling of your shoulders, movement of head, your neck, and any other parts of your body in this standing forward fold. We'll just hold another 2 breaths, then we'll slowly and carefully make our way back up to standing. I'll break it down for us. So simply shift your weight back into your heels. Bend your knees to lower your hips like you're sitting down into a low chair. Start lifting upper body to extend the spine. Then inhale, reach out, and then all the way up with your arms reaching beyond the ceiling. In the exhale, you can bring your palms together down to your heart, or arms down to your side to finish this flow, that half salute. We'll just pause here for a moment. Take a breath. Keep this connection. That's our half salute. So we'll just repeat that sequence. So on your own, we'll reach out and up. Exhale, leading with heart, fold forward. You're just floating downward. And inhale, rise up halfway, elongate through your spine, parallel to the ground. Exhale, fold, returning to your standing forward fold. And just feel the natural stretch in your hamstrings, maybe your back. And that same weight shift into your heels. Bend your knees to lower your hips. Start lifting upper body. Then inhale, sweep your arms out, then up. Good, reach towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart or arms down to your side. And finishing that flow. We'll pause here for a couple breaths. We'll just continue to add on to our sequence. That's our half salute, so we'll move into our full sun salute. Just continue to move at your own pace. Here we go. Inhale, reaching into the air. Good energy in your hands and fingers. Exhale, lead with your heart, fold forward, making your way down. And inhale, rise up halfway. Feel the top of your head lead you forward. That'll help that extension of spine. The exhale will fold, slide all the way down. Bend your knees enough so you can reach the ground with your hands. Plant your hands into your yoga mat near the top and walk or step or even hop your feet to the back end of your mat. And just align your hips with your shoulders, drawing the straight line from head to heel, arriving in plank pose. Just tapping into your own strength here as you're still breathing. Getting ready to move, we start with an inhale, fill up the body, then exhale, bend your knees a little, send your hips up into the air. We're taking a shortcut from plank pose right into downward facing dog. Just feel the hips float up, your head and chest dip down between the arms. You might need to make some adjustments with your feet on your mat, maybe your hands. Just see, again, just like you're standing forward fold, you feel good here. Nothing feels strained. You don't feel like you're going to slip. Good. You can breathe easily. Nice. Now feel free just to hold your posture, feel these sensations in the body. You can also add movement. You might pedal your feet. Press one heel down as the other heel lifts, then alternate. You might feel a stretch in your toes, your calves. We're going to hold a little longer, but if you do get a little tired, no worries. Just come down to your knees so you can rest. Moving from here, nice full breath in, filling up your lungs. Exhale, connect to your core, draw belly button in towards your spine, then bend your knees so you can walk, step, or hop your feet back up to the top of the mat. You'll be in forward fold there. Inhale, rise up halfway. Again, elongate through the spine, flat back like a table. Exhale, that slow release back down to a forward fold. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees. We'll inhale and come all the way up, reaching high. This exhale, take chair pose. We're just going to keep the body in motion. So sitting back and down as if you are sitting back into a seat. There is a weight shift back into the hips, in your heels. You might be able to lift your toes easily, maybe tap your toes or just hold the toes up. The balance occurs with the reaching out with the arms. Let's breathe in, ready to move. And exhale, dive out of your chair, back down towards toes, forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway to our flat back. Exhale, fold, all the way down we go. Bend your knees, hands to the floor. Walk or step or jump to the back of the mat. You line yourself, plank pose, holding for a moment. Now you can take that same shortcut to down dog if you'd like we did the first time. Or finish your push-up. You might bend elbows, squeeze them in towards ribs. Finishing your push-up, coming down. Long legs, point your toes behind you, and start lifting upper body. Might be a little bit like this for a low cobra, or straighten out the arms, lifting up a little higher for upward facing dog. This is our back bend. And exhale, tuck your toes, bent knees, send your hips into the air, your head and chest dip between your arms. There's our arrival again in down dog. Make some adjustments with feet and hands so you can make your arrival. Let's add a lunge. We'll inhale to pick up right foot, extending the right leg up and back. And exhale, stepping through right foot to the top of the mat, or behind the right hand is good. Turn that back leg so your whole left foot is on the floor. Your body weight might be forward like this. So you want to make sure you shift your weight back, plant that back foot firmly into the floor. Hands will end up being light enough so you can lift right up into a warrior one. Nice lunge in front, right knee and toes pointing forward. That back leg is relatively straight. Good extension of your arms. It might be out. You can even bend elbows here if you want to. Just very energetic, perhaps, in your hands and fingers. This is our warrior one. We'll inhale. Exhale, fold. Return to the earth with your hands. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you so it evens the hips. Then slide right foot back. Plank. Again, a shortcut to down dog's fine. Or finish your push-up. You can always bring knees to the floor first. Then belly and chest. Find your back bend if you're going through this sequence. Maybe up dog or something lower. And exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll always meet together in down dog. So your sequence there might always be different, which is fine. We'll just meet in down dog. Other side, inhale, extending left leg into the air. Reaching up and back. There you go. Exhale, let's step left foot to the top of the mat or behind left hand. Good. Right leg turns, so your right heel, your whole foot's on the floor behind you. Shift your body weight back into that foot so you can easily lift hands rising up like you're opening the lid of a box right there. Reaching. Good energy through arms, hands, and fingers. You can always change that dynamic. Maybe reaching outward or bent elbows. Yes. Nice lunge in that front leg. Hip flexor release in this right leg here. All right, breathing in, ready to move. And exhale, we'll fold. Bring your hands back down to the floor. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Then slide left foot back, plank pose. Then complete your series as you'd like. Again, it might be different every time, and that's okay. Just choosing a sequence of postures that feel good to you at that moment. And then meet in down dog. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of the mat to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Shift your weight into the heels. Bend your knees, lower your hips. Spread your wings. Inhale, rise up. We're going to keep moving here as well. Exhale, slowly bring your arms out. Feel like you're going to touch the windows, touch the walls. Slowly down. And then when they come down, reach back behind you like this, as if you're reaching for the back corners of your mat. Just strong, straight arms. You're going to feel some tricep activation, open hands, and even feel like you're holding onto like a box behind you. And with the arms behind us, it just opens up through the shoulder here. That tie in between the chest and the shoulder, just to stretch and open here. Okay, we're going to sweep the arms out and up. In the exhale, let's take right hand, grab left wrist, and the slight bend to the right. Not much, just introducing a side bend while we're here. Then inhale, keep reaching up to whatever angle you're at this moment. Exhale, as it feels okay, maybe tip or bend to the right a little bit more. Now you might find a sweet spot that just feels good, so feel free just to stay there. If you feel like you can and want to go a little deeper, go ahead, but not forcing it. Okay. So two things I'm going to point out. We're getting a natural stretch through this left side. Okay. The right side, we want to be careful. We don't want to feel like we're collapsing or dropping into that right side. So we want to feel like it's lifting. Like you're going up and over like a water fountain. Okay, let's inhale, come back up. Let's rest the arms. Bring them back down. And again, behind you, reaching. Hold that box, okay, opening up through chest and shoulder here, just keeping that activation. Good. Then we'll inhale, take the arms back up into the air. This time we'll take left hand, grab right wrist, and a little bend, just to introduce the bend to the left, just a slight bend. Then inhale, keep reaching up at that angle. Exhale, tip over only to the point that feels good to you, you're not overdoing it. All right, stay there. Again, that natural stretch now on that right side. Left side, want to feel like it's lifting up, especially in that belt line area. You don't feel like you're collapsing or dropping there. You feel like it's lifting up. Big fountain of water, up and over. Okay, let's come back up. Release, and exhale, fold this time. Making your way down carefully. Since we just did those side bends, let's keep it flowing. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you want to, Chaturanga Dandasana, or go through any sequence of movements to get you to downward facing dog. Take your time. You don't have to rush through any of these. Sometimes it feels good to maybe pause in a pose. Okay? Just when you get to down dog, that's when you get to down dog. When you're ready, inhale, extend right leg into the air. Let's reach and hold. Feel like you're really going to touch the wall behind you. So a little effort of that extension. Okay, we're going to open the hips. You're going to bend your right knee, bring your heel down towards your backside, like you're going to kick yourself. But then lift your knee up towards the ceiling. And you'll get a little twist towards the hallway. If you lift your knee, your lower half of the body will kind of turn towards the hallway. Then breathe in. And exhale, unwind and step through. Back to a warrior one setup. So right foot near the top of the mat, left heel to the earth behind you. Again, shift your weight back. Find that good balance, stable on both feet. Light hand so you can open the lid of the box. Warrior one. And we'll exhale, opening up towards the windows. Arms down to parallel. Warrior two. Now you might need to make some more adjustments with your feet and legs. Again, so you feel good in your body, especially in your joints, your hips, your knees, and your ankles. So make sure everything feels fluid. Then a side angle pose. Let's reach out, follow the right arm. It'll angle the upper half of the body, and then we'll rotate the arm. So your right hand will go down, left hand will reach up, kind of a 12 o'clock and a 6 o'clock direction with the arms. Now here you can stay up high, like I typically do, where your right hand is probably braced against the inner right leg. You might be lower where the right hand reaches the ground, touches the ground maybe. You don't have to go down that low. Okay, we're gonna move here, breathing in first. Exhale, we'll turn, we'll fold, bring hands to the floor. We'll slide right foot back, plank pose. Again, just choosing the sequence that feels correct to you at this moment to get you to down dog. Stepping into place in your down dog posture. Then inhale, extend your left leg into the air. We'll reach and hold. As you reach back with the foot, place or press the hands more firmly into the floor. And then bend your left knee. Heel comes down towards backside. And then lift the knee up as you feel kind of the lower half of the body, your hips open up towards the left side of the room. Let's breathe in. And exhale, unwind, stepping through, left foot to the top of the mat, landing, right heel to the earth, shifting weight back, find that stable body, stable stance, rising here, first warrior, exhale, expand, and open to warrior two. Make some adjustments with your feet. Feel tall, outstretched arms parallel to the floor. And then follow the left arm forward, angled upper body, rotate here. Again, it's perfectly fine to stay up high in the pose. We're going down a little lower. Just take your time if you do decide to go a little lower. Just paying attention to how your body's responding. One of the things that I like to suggest in our practice is that we're responding to the poses and not reacting to the poses, so you don't stress out. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, we'll turn and fold, hands to the floor, slide left foot back, plank pose. Again, just complete the sequence as you like. Always okay to take that shortcut. Just do a little floor work. You gently come down to your knees on the mat. Sit back briefly into hero. That's just this pose here. But then sit off to the side and just swing the legs around to the front. Let's come to staff pose. Let's just straighten the legs out in front of you. Flex your feet here. It just activates the legs. And then just place your hands on the floor by your hips. And just push down into the floor to help you sit up as tall as you can. Then roll the shoulders back. And as you're able, squeezing or engaging your upper back muscles. You kind of did that when we were standing and reaching back behind us. Okay, so very similar. So hands down, pushing down, shoulders roll back, opening up through that tie-in between the shoulder and chest, opening up through the chest, and then that back activation. Okay, let's keep this lift of the upper body, straight legs for now. We're going to free the hands. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, begin to hinge forward just a little bit. And then just go ahead and bring your hands down to your legs. Doesn't matter where they land. Inhale, get tall again with the upper body, even at this new angle. Exhale, take a step down the legs. Fold forward just a little bit. Now pause. And now this is where we just continue to assess how this feels. If this is fine, then stay here. But you can certainly go lower if it feels correct, but also add a bending of the knees if you want. Lower your chin, round your back. That'll certainly give you more space to kind of move into if you want to go a little lower, a little deeper. And wherever you go, whatever the depth of your posture is, you can still breathe deeply and easily. You're still guiding yourself into your pose with ease, not forcing. Responding to the pose as opposed to reacting to the pose. And as you hold, you can just pay attention to the breath. Lengthening of the hamstrings, even with the knees bent. With the back rounded, perhaps you may feel a stretch down through your back. Let's take about 3 more breaths here, just introducing a hamstring stretch, a back stretch. We'll add on to our practice. So stay folded, but just free your hands and reach forward. With an inhale, just rise up, reaching into the air. A little extra lift here at the top. Then exhale, just bring hands down to the floor. Then step the hands back, lean back by bending elbows. You're going to drag your heels towards yourself like this. We're getting ready for boat. Okay, now this could be your boat pose, just like this. If you stay here, just inhaling, just to puff up the chest. You might exhale through the mouth to help you engage your core. You can stay here, or you might take the hands forward. You might lean back a little bit more, finding balance so the feet float into the air. You can hold on or keep the hands free. You can straighten the legs a little. And do activate the feet, just like we had them activated down here. You want them activated here. You can even point toes. And now we're going to move. Breathe in. Exhale, cross legs, either hands in front and hop back or hands to the side. Unfold your legs, get them back behind you, plank pose. Then take your shortcut to down dog, soft knees, hips to sky. Your head will dip between the arms. Here we go. Inhale, extending right leg into the air, bend and twist. So the heel drops, knee lifts, there's the twist. Then unwind, stepping through back to the warrior one, just making this flow, but go at your own pace. Left heel to the earth, find your balance, rise up facing forward, so your arms go straight up. Exhale, turn to the side, arms down to parallel, adjust your feet. Right away, side angle, reach out, rotate arms. Okay. Go ahead and follow this left arm overhead, reaching through your fingertips towards the front of the room. Even if your elbow needs to bend, that's fine. Just adding a little extra stretch and lengthening through the side of the body. Okay, listen carefully as we go through this next piece. We're going to inhale. Exhale, we'll turn, fold, bring hands to the floor. Then you're going to sweep your right foot back and right back up into the air as your hips float into the sky as well, returning to a down dog. That's it. Keep the legs straight. We're going to step forward with that right foot landing at the top. Keep left heel lifted. We're going to high lunge. So heel is lifted. We still need to shift the body weight back towards that lifted left heel so you can easily lift, hinging upward. Hold for a moment. Good reach, good lunge. If you feel a little wobbly in the legs, imagine you have a block, let's say, between the knees or thighs and just squeezing so you feel this activation here. That can help with the stabilization of this posture. Okay. Another transition, we're going to triangle pose. We're going to rise up to help straighten this front leg. Pivot left heel to the floor. You'll turn sideways and then bring your arms to parallel. This will set us up for triangle. Legs are straight, so we're reaching out over that straight right leg. Rotate arms, same thing here. as we did in side angle, except the front leg as straight as can be. So just another way to feel a stretch perhaps in the hamstrings. A little balance, some hip work, since we're kind of tipped over sideways here. There you go. Coming out of the pose, let's start by bending the right knee, coming up past through warrior two. You're going to take your right hand into the air, reversing your warrior. So a good reach up, maybe slightly behind you. Again, making sure your right knee is bent and kind of lunging forward. Another side bend. Couple breaths. Okay, then our big cartwheel out of the pose, around and down to the floor with your hands. Slide right foot back, plank hold, just for a body realignment. Take another shortcut to down dog, soft knees, hips to sky. We'll do the other side. So inhale, extend left leg into the air, bend and twist, opening up a little bit. Unwind, step through, warrior one, left foot lands, right heel plants, find balance first, then rise, first warrior. Exhale, opening, warrior two, quick adjustments with feet. Right away, side angle, reach forward, rotate arms. Okay, right hand's gonna reach over your head towards the front of the room. So you can feel a right side body stretch for a few breaths. And we'll continue, breathe in. Exhale, turn, fold, hands to the floor. Here we'll sweep the left foot back and right back up into the air as you're in down dog with the leg lifted. Keep that leg straight. Next exhale, stepping through, high lunge, set up. Right heel stays lifted, shifting body weight back. Hands are light, you can lift, reach forward. Rise here. Good activation by reaching up, lunging low. And don't forget to hug inward, squeeze the legs in so you can feel the dynamic in the hips and thighs. Belly is also still drawing in. Helps us with that balance. Rising up so you can straighten this left leg, pivot right heel to the floor, you'll turn sideways. Arms to parallel. Now if your feet feel like they're way too far apart, you can always bring them closer together for your triangle. Then reaching out, rotate arms. We'll hold here for several breaths. Just introducing that new hamstring lengthening in this pose on this left side now. Coming out of the posture, we'll start by bending the left knee into a lunge, giving you leverage so you can come up, pass through your warrior two, reverse your warrior, reach upward, left knee lunging gently forward. And feel the left side opening up, extending. Breathe. Okay, then our big windmill out of the pose, around and down to the floor. Step back, plank pose. You can still take a shortcut to down dog or complete that full flow by coming down, finishing the push-up, chaturanga, into your up dog, and finishing in down dog. Let's return to standing, full breath in. Exhale, bend knees, hop, step, or walk. Both feet up to the top of the mat to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees to lower your hips. We'll inhale, rise up, reach up into the air. And exhale, arms down to your side. Alrighty, check in with your body. How you doing? Shoulders, head and neck. Check in with your joints, elbows, wrists, and fingers. Okay. So let's use a block for this next part. We're going to do a chair pose with a twist. Let's do it with the block. So you're going to take your block and place it between your thighs and give it a little squeeze just to hold on to. So I was showing you that in the lunge. It's the same kind of thing. Okay, just imagine you're doing what you're doing now. Okay, so we're just holding on to the block. So we do that to find center. We're hugging to midline, but it's also going to help stabilize the hips as we rotate the upper body. Okay? So let's inhale. We'll do this together, reaching up, lengthening. Exhale, take a chair pose. It doesn't have to be too deep of a seat, just a little seat there, and then bring hands to heart. Okay? One, just be sure your feet feel pretty solid on the floor. You might shift your weight back into your heels, but you feel balance on your feet. You're squeezing the block. Okay? Now, when they check in or just notice where your hips are, feel like you are sitting in a chair. We're going to keep the hips just as they are. We're going to inhale, lengthening through spine. Exhale, pull belly in, squeeze your block, and a mild rotation to your right. Just a little turn here. It doesn't have to be too much or too far. That's it. Making sure your hips stayed pretty much in the same spot. Okay? It's like my image is like you're holding onto a water bottle that has a cap. You turn the cap, but the bottle doesn't turn. Okay? So your upper half is the cap, bottom half is the bottle. Inhale. Exhale, unwind. Place your hands on your thighs and just kind of soften a little bit. Everything is coming back to neutral. Let's come back up to standing. Reach the arms up into the air with an inhale. Exhale, return to your chair pose, hands to heart. Again, a high seat is fine. You don't have to go down too low unless you'd like to, okay? Same thing, balanced, aligned in the lower half of the body, got a good hold of the block. Breathe in to extend spine. Exhale, turn the cap on that bottle. Twist the cap on the bottle. Okay, so you're rotating just the upper half. Are you still sitting in your chair? Check in. Where are your hips? Did they shift? Did they move? They might move a little bit, but for the most part, they're in place. Okay, holding here. Just introducing a twist. Let's breathe in. Exhale, unwind, hands on thighs so the body can just kind of soften out from that rotation. Go ahead and remove your block and just slide down to a forward fold. And just place your block on the left side of your mat. Finish your fold. You might hold here for a few seconds. Release your head. And let's keep it flowing. Inhale, halfway lift. Slide the hands up to the shins. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor. Hop or step back, plank pose. Finish your push-up if you'd like. Chaturanga Dandasana. Yep. Inhale, open heart for your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's inhale, extend right leg straight up. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Let's return to that high lunge. So left heel stays lifted, shift the body weight back. Find that center and balance, then rise up here. Squeeze the imaginary block so you don't feel too wobbly, so you can feel the leg engagement. Okay, then rise up to straighten the front leg, pivot left heel to the floor. You'll turn sideways, arms to parallel. Reach out, going back to triangle. Rotate arms. Good. Now, we're going to introduce a rotation here. So this is where that block might come in handy. If your block's too far away, you'll just break pose and go get it, okay? So you're going to inhale right where you are in triangle. Exhale, you're going to start turning the upper body. You can watch me if you need to. Fold. Left hand either comes to the floor or bring in that block. I like to turn it up to what I call level 3. So a nice high level. And just place the hand on it and rely on it. Okay, rise up onto your tiptoes behind you so the heel is lifted. This is going to square out the hips. Now find some more extension. Feel like your crown, that's the top of your head, is shooting forward towards me. Okay, and then extend your right arm out to the right side like an airplane wing. Stay here with an inhale, and exhale, just keep rotating to the right. And I mean, again, just like the chair pose with the twist, it may not be very far, nor does it have to, but you are twisting. So that front leg is as straight as you can get it. Imagine if someone's holding onto your hips and pulling you back. That'll maybe help straighten that right leg. Yeah, there we go. All right, breathe in. Exhale, unwind, even bend your right knee. So you can bring your hands to the floor. Let's take this block and place it over on the right side now so it's ready to go. Plant the hands into the mat. Pull that right foot back. There's plank pose. Holding for a moment for some realignment. Finishing your sequence. You can always take a shortcut to down dog or go through a full vinyasa. You can even rest. Okay, so we're introduced the twist in that triangle pose. The revolving triangle. Other side. Inhale, extending left leg into the air, straight line. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Right heel stays lifted. Shift your body weight back. Take your time. Rising up, hug to midline, squeezing to activate hips and thighs. And then rising up to straighten this front leg. Pivot right heel to the floor, turn sideways, arms to parallel. Again, if the feet are too far apart, shorten that distance. Triangle, reach out. Over the straight left leg, rotate arms, holding for a moment. Okay, getting ready to revolve. Inhale. Exhale, start turning. So you can get that block, bring it in if you'd like. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you. Extending through torso, crown comes forward, left arm out to the side. Before we rotate, again, feel like someone's holding onto your hips and they're being drawn back so you keep the left leg straight. Next, exhale, twist. There you go. Just until you just naturally stop. Just like every other pose, you don't need to force. Good. Revolving triangle. Breathing in. Exhale, unwind, bend the left knee. Okay. Let's move the block to the left side again. Hands to the floor. Slide left foot back, plank. Complete your series. Okay, we're going to return to a standing posture. So take a breath in. Exhale, bend knees, hop, step, or walk feet up to the top of the mat to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees to lower hips, lifting upper body to extend it, then reach out, then up with your arms as you breathe in. Big stretch here at the top. Exhale, arms down to your side. Okay, check in. Okay, let's introduce a balance. Okay, let's just do a quick tree pose. So standing on your own 2 feet, balanced on 2 feet here. Soften the knees a little bit so you're not locking the knee joints. Start shifting your weight into your right foot, root into the earth. Inhale, get tall, fill up the lungs. Exhale, engage your core like we did in boat. Then pick up your left foot. Flex the foot, bless you. Flexing the foot here. Just keeps it activated. Swing that knee out to the side or just the corner of the room is fine. Replacing this foot on the inside of your standing leg. You could bring it up high to inner thigh above the knee, or take it below the knee at your calf, or even toes to the floor for a little extra stability and balance. Inhale, extend your arms into the air. So we're in tree pose, Vrikshasana, tree. So just like every other pose, we activate, reach, lift, yes. Breathe, exhaling, help to engage your core. Focus is ideally forward, but if you're looking at a blank white wall, it might be hard to focus. So just drop your eyes and look down. This is tree, good job. Okay, keep arms extended. We'll swing this left knee forward. Lift your knee with the flexed foot. You've got it. Plant the foot into the ground, and then bring your arms back down to your side. Release that tension. Just shake it out. Okay, and we'll get ready for the other side. Tree pose. Starting in mountain, 2 feet, soft knees, shift weight into your left foot, root. Inhale, get tall, fill the lungs. Exhale, connect to center. Then we're ready to pick up the right foot. Flexing the foot just keeps the leg active. Swing it out until it naturally stops because it could be right there. Again, placing foot somewhere on the inner leg. High, medium, or low. You can always change it. Inhale, extend the arms into the air. And once you feel like you're in place, just activate. Good reach, good lift. Left foot's rooting into the earth. You're connecting to center. Focus is forward or downward. Even if you wobble or step out of the pose or lose your balance, no worries. Just take a breath and just carefully make your way back in. Okay, we'll keep arms extended. We'll swing the right knee forward, lifting your knee, flexed foot. Plant the foot into the ground, arms down to your side. Now shake all that loose, letting it go. Let's just flow and make our way down to the floor. Inhale, when you're ready, reaching up. You can always rest. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the earth, hop or step back, plank pose. The choice to finish the push-up or bypass it and go right into down dog or complete the whole vinyasa, meeting in down dog. Hold for a moment in down dog. And then come down to your knees. You can sit back into hero. If you can stay here, stay here. If this is too much tension on the knees or ankles, just take a regular seat, okay? Because I'm going to demonstrate something. So we introduced that balance. Let's introduce the balance in the other sequence. We did some rotation. We're going to bring that back in. Okay, let me see. So we'll do that same or similar sequence, getting us to triangle. Here, revolving the triangle or twisting. I need to lift because when I go down low, I have no mobility to turn. So I usually lift, that gives I can then turn. It's like you're an airplane that's just done a bank turn and you're just getting back to level here. Okay, you're gonna make a bank turn to the other side. We're gonna bring that block in. Now, ideally, that foot behind us wouldn't change. It would stay just like this as we went into the rotation. But I like coming up onto the toes. It evens the hips so that you potentially are able to rotate a little farther, okay? So this is my depth here. This is where the balance comes, okay? Here's our twist. I'm gonna look forward because I'm gonna be going that direction. Bending right knee, launching myself forward. I'm gonna use this as like a little walking stick, stepping it forward, pushing off that back foot into a revolving half moon pose. So really activate this foot that's in the air. If it's loose, it's just gonna hang loosely. Lift it, activate it, point the toes maybe. And then we're gonna unwind it. Okay, as I'm unwinding, I'm gonna switch hands on this block, flex that foot and actually lift it, because that's gonna help me open up through the hips and open up this direction for half moon. I like to keep my focus kind of down, okay? It helps me with balance. You could open up more and look up. That's just a little bit more challenging. I don't know if you saw me turn my foot. My foot was pointing towards the window, my toes were. Now my toes are pointing towards the corner of my mat. That just allowed me to open up a bit more here, okay? Then I'm just gonna close this, keeping this block on the right side, kind of pivot my toes forward. So from here, we're gonna bend this left knee, bring it in towards chest, rounding spine, set foot down, root and connect, and we're ready for the other side, okay? So your block for now is on your left side. Ready to go, let's return to a down dog. Going through high lunge to triangle, or then revolving it. So downward facing dog. Starting with the right leg, inhale, extend, right leg up. Right foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Left heel stays lifted. Shifting weight back, we're rising. Now once you're tall here, keep lifting, extend, or straighten the right leg, pivot left heel to the floor, turn sideways, arms to parallel, adjust the feet if need be. Triangle, reach out, tip it over. Okay, let's settle into our triangle. Let's get ready to twist our triangle. Like I mentioned, I need to lift a little, then turn, bringing that bank turn airplane back to level, ready to bank turn the other side. So bring that block in. Rise up on your tiptoes behind you to help align the hips, and just keep rotating until you naturally stop. Holding for a couple breaths. Even here, you're kind of squeezing the inner legs towards midline. That might help stabilize. Okay, now turn your head so you're kind of looking forward. Bend right knee, start to launch forward, even step this left-handed block forward, launch to balance on right foot, left leg lifting, activated, and you're still twisted, you're revolving, facing the right side of the room. Yes. So it's a revolving half moon. Okay. Okay, coming out of the bank turn, unwind, switch hands on the block, turn toes towards left corner if need be, flex the left foot Lift it, so it'll help you open up sideways again, now in our half moon pose. Yes. You can look at the floor, that might help with balance. You can look up past your left hand just for a little challenge. Excellent, everybody. Breathing in, exhale, turn back towards the floor with the hands. Keep that block on the right side. Okay, fingers might be on the floor. You can still use a block. Bend the left knee. Bring it in towards your chest, round your spine. I call this flying cat. Left foot to the floor. Balance on 2 feet. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you like, Chaturanga Dandasana. That's our sequence. We'll meet in down dog, getting ready for the other side. Whenever you're ready, no rush, you can always rest. Inhale, extend left leg into the air, left foot to the top of the mat. It's high lunge. Right heel stays lifted, shifting body weight back, rise. Once you're tall, keep rising up to straighten the left leg. Pivot right heel to the floor, turn sideways, arms to parallel. Adjust your feet. So getting ready for triangle. Reach out past that straight left leg, tip it over. Again, just getting used to that sensation again. Ready to revolve. If you need to lift, then turn. Right hand to the floor or block. Rise up on your tiptoes behind you. Just align the hips, left arm out to the side, rotate. There you go. Yeah, rely on that block. Rotate, there it is. Hips are being drawn back, keeping the left leg straight. It keeps your balance too, or keeps you aligned. Okay, we're gonna maintain this rotation. This left foot forward. Inhale. Exhale, start to unwind. Rise up on your toe. You already did that. And then bend the left knee. Step the block forward, launching yourself forward, lifting that back leg, right leg, into the air. Make sure you're still twisting. That's it. So in our revolving half moon, that back leg, you almost have to constantly just keep kicking it up, keep kicking it up. You get a nice little glute workout back there too. Okay, we're unwinding. So bring left hand to the floor or block. Flex the right foot and just keep lifting that leg up. It just helps to open the hips. The left foot on the floor, the toes, you might spin a little bit towards the right corner of your mat. Just to help you find a little bit more space in this hip opener. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale. Exhale, returning to the floor with the hands. Kind of in a warrior 3 position. Right knee bends, bring it in towards chest, round your back to a flying cat. Set the foot onto the floor, rebalance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like. This might be our last Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. And downward facing dog. Hold for a breath, perhaps in down dog. We'll take a bit of a rest. Come down to your knees. Sit back into child's pose. So just holding here just to regroup, reconnect. Take some deep breaths, even if it's in through the nose, out through the mouth. Relieving any tension, letting go. So we introduced several dynamics in this flow. Good hamstring stretches, twists, balance. Put them all together, all with the intention of just creating space in the body, opening up those bound parts of self, those parts of self that are tight, immobile. So finding a freedom in your body, liberating the body. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Just take your time. You don't have to move too quickly out of this pose. When you do move, you might just rise up and then just sit off to the side. Get the legs out in front of you. Make sure you're sitting in the center of your mat because you're going to lie down here. Carefully lie down. You might even bring the knees with you. It's almost turning that child's pose upside down. Okay, now you're just on your back. And here you might add some movement, perhaps as a massage or more release. Add breath. Check in with your ankle joints. You relied on them quite a bit for those triangle poses, those balancing postures. Okay. Check in with the ankles. Breathe. You might be holding onto your knees or shins, so let's go ahead and take happy baby pose. So it's just taking the legs wide. Again, not too forcefully, just maybe naturally opening. So you feel a light stretch down through the inner legs. Now you can just keep the legs open as I have mine at the moment, or you can kick the feet up towards the ceiling, then reach up to grab hold of the soles of your feet if you can reach them, or your ankles or anywhere along the leg, and this will be your happy baby. You can always change this up. Wherever you are, maybe add movement and certainly continue breathing. Maybe just a couple of more breaths. And then reclining cobbler's pose. Let's bring the soles of the feet together and then set the feet onto the floor. The soles of the feet are still touching, knees will be bent and just pointing out to the side. Gravity takes over and it just kind of pulls the knees out and down. Just another way of opening up through the inner legs, but with a little less effort. You can just kind of lie flat for a moment. Gravity doing the work. All you need to do is be here and be with breath. Just a few breaths. We're going to turn this into a twist. Let's call this an open book pose. Okay, we're going to close the book. We'll close the book starting with your right knee, bringing it up and over to left knee to close the book. And then take your right arm and extend it to the left side of the room. And that'll be a twist. Now this left hand, you might rest it on top of that right leg just to add a little bit more to that rotation, or really just to hold yourself in place. As you maybe reach a little bit more through the right arm out to the side. Just finding that rotation. We're not going to hold these too long because I want to give you some time in Shavasana. Maybe just one more breath. Okay, now the book is closed. Just reopen the book. Okay, right knee lifts. Take it out to the side. Reopen. Hold for a second. And then close the book from the left side. Left to right. Left arm extends out to the left side. The right hand keeps the book closed. Just adding this last twist, more a restorative type of twist. All the other ones are pretty dynamic. Go ahead and take two more breaths. Go ahead and reopen the book. Holding open for a few seconds. Then bring the knees together, closing the book at the top. Plant the feet into the floor, let the body soften. Now you can stay here or extend the legs out in front of you onto the floor, just making your way into Shavasana. Wherever you are, just lie as comfortably and as relaxed as you can. Cover up if you need to warm the body. Use props to help support the body. Just remain here in stillness. Simply return to your breath. Just take a deep breath just to help you stay in the moment, stay present. Continue to remain in stillness. And again, just simply return to the breath. Just take a deep breath. Then just keep your focus on your breathing, now taking 5 slow, deep breaths. The intention here is just to bring a new energy into your body, as if you just took a short nap, feeling rested, and just slowly starting to wake up. Beginning to feel re-energized even though you're not moving. Waking up. And then take another 5 breaths as you now add movement to your body. Gentle, slow, even subtle movements at first. Nothing too sudden or fast. And when you're ready to move, slowly and carefully roll to one side of your body. Just calling this a nurturing pose. You might pause here for a moment. And still moving slowly, moving with breath, carefully rise now to a seated posture. Continue to move in slow motion, just making your way up. Eventually finding your seat. And once you are seated, just feel the extension of your spine, sitting up tall, relaxed shoulders, relaxed arms and hands. Holding for a moment. Good. And then one last movement together. We'll inhale, extend your arms out and up. And exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart. Take one more breath in and out. And as we come to the close of our practice, we bow, saying, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.